FSG, nice to see you again. How are you?
Hey Args, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you, thank you. Another busy day here on Aussie Farms, lots to do. We're just going through a bit of a list and we could pick just about anything we wanted to do and be able to do it.
That's right, busy old season at the moment, isn't it?
Hmm.
But there's some nice new shiny stuff behind you. What's that?
Well, we've got sunflowers ready to go, so we thought we'd better get a couple of headers to be able to run some sunflowers. So, got these nice, what are they, Olimac Drago headers. Nice folding headers, which will make it easy for getting around the farm and around the fields. And get into some sunflowers today.
Love it. Something a bit different again. Always nice to do.
Yeah, variety is the spice of life. So I think, what are we talking about? We're going to go and harvest the sunflower field that's here at the yard. Get that one done and out of the way, and then we might jump across and see about getting some canola planted in the fields here.
That's right, yeah. No, we've got these two fields we cultivated straight after we got the cotton off, didn't we? So, yeah, they're ready to be replanted in the window.
That's the one, and I mean, if we get bored or feel like something else to do, there's some land to cultivate too if we want to get into that.
Yeah, like you said, we're not short of tasks today.
No, and we better get down and have a check on the textiles factory and see how that's progressing.
Yeah, we definitely should. It's been a day since we set everything up and turned it all on, so hopefully there should be some stuff there.
Fingers crossed, but we'll get some actual farm work done first day, and then we'll go down and have a look at that later on.
Sounds like a plan. All right, let's get these bad boys unfolded and running.
Yeah, sounds good. At least with these, we don't have to bother backing them into the shed.
Yeah, that's a blessing. I was already thinking that when I could see the combines in the background with the header trailers. I was like, oh, okay, nice. No header trailers to deal with.
Bit easier. Right, let's go and get into it. I think yours is the dirty one on the right.
Of course.
Yeah. I did notice, and I did comment on your llama video, you did see the Karacha stand, but chose not to visit it.
Yeah, it's against my morals.
I think if some guy's a dirty name around that place anyhow.
Yeah,
More ways
they
than
wouldn't
one.
have let me on the stand.
No. Alright, well, you go and get your filthy combine started, and I'll go and grab mine.
Let's do it.
Well, welcome along, everyone. Great to have you back here at Aussie Farms with myself and the Farm Sim guy. Let him get his combine out. It's a little bit hard to get to ours. We've got the header on the back. Get that unhooked and leave that sitting here in the shed, and then we're going to hook up to those wonderful new looking headers there. Obviously a corn header as well as a sunflower header that we can use to run through the sunflowers we have. Logical choice for us because it does fold up and makes it easier to transport, particularly down to the 3 fields we have down the bottom of the map. So, get the engine turned on in here. Looks like FSG's gone and grabbed one of the headers. We'll go and grab the other one and head on over to the field. So we're going to do the one nearest to us. We will have to grab a truck, get some grain cart running or something like that. I'm not sure what exactly we're going to do. We'll worry about that once we get over there. See how it's yielding actually, whether we can do the old down and back and empty into the truck on each pass, or whether we're going to need a truck at each end. Not sure exactly what it's going to be like, but we'll head on over, go and start the first couple of passes and figure things out from there. So let's go and get into it. Argsy FSG.
Go ahead, mate.
Hands up if you drove out of the shed with your header still attached to the back of your combine.
I'm just seeing you in the distance and laughing heartily, because no, I didn't do that.
Oh, rookie mistake. Right, I'll be over there soon.
It's the fact that you got so far before you realised.
Well, I was actually in cab view. I was driving in first person, so I didn't even see it. I thought, I'll drive out and pick the header up in first person. This will look really good. Completely forgot about the header on the back. See you soon.
See ya.
I secretly just wanted to test my backing skills again with these headers on. Not easy, but always a nice little challenge to try and see how well and how many goes it takes to get them backed in here. I'm going to try and do this first time. Not too worried about getting it right in the middle, but there we go. Look at that. Not quite perfect, but not very far from it. Right. Get that detached. Drive back out. Let's go and get started on the sunflowers after that false start the first time round. Alright, I'll get the combine unfolded, get the header unfolded as well. And we'll be up and going in just a minute. I just noticed actually it's quite interesting. It looks like it's clipped the grass there where FSG's gone through. It looks like it's got some mulches. Yeah, it does. It's got the mulches there, blades in underneath the header. So I'm assuming it might have a bit of a mulch function or something on it as well. I wasn't aware of that. It does look like we might be getting a bit of a mulch texture there on the back of the or the area that FSG's harvested. And there you go, that is 100% the case. I had no idea these headers did mulching, so we're getting a little bit of a boost for our next crop, which is good. Trick for young players, don't get caught out using a header like this on a contract, because as I understand it from our experiences on another multiplayer server, is that that area, or the way it calculates the contracts, will tell you that the contract isn't complete because it changes to a mulched rather than a harvested, and you'll never actually complete the field area. So be mindful of that if you're going to use one of these kind of headers in the field in contracts. But we'll get ourselves lined up here. Hopefully we'll get a GPS course from FSG momentarily and we'll be able to get into it. Alright, I'm going to take a punt and say that the course called corn headers that is there now is going to be the one that we are going to be running. It looks pretty good to me. Just turn our GPS on.
FSG to Args.
Show our lines. And there we go. Looks like we have got that one running just fine. Here, go ahead, mate.
Nice and simple. Corn headers as your GPS course.
I just tracked that down. Thank you very much. A very simple one. Did you notice these headers mulch?
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, there's an extra bonus.
It is. That's what I just said. I noticed when you had entered the field that you'd cut some of the grass with it, and I had a look on the PDA, and you get a mulched finish to the field. So, bit of a bonus.
Well.
Alright, well there we go. We are up and underway. Now, just keeping an eye there on our yield. Only 6%, so looking at how far we've gone through the field, and in fact we bring up our yield monitors down the bottom there. It's rather red at the moment. I don't know whether that's a good thing or not. Very low yields, which is surprising me. Or is that probably because it's been mulched afterwards? So we're probably getting the effect of the mulching, not actually reflecting what we've done. So probably no point having that up there. But just looking at that, we are going to be easily able to get up and back, probably even a couple of times before we have to unload and empty the hoppers out, which is going to be good. It's going to be able to mean we can keep moving a little bit more. So we'll carry on, jump into a time lapse for the start here on the sunflowers, and we'll catch up with you when we've got a bit further around the field. making a start here on the very last pass in the field, and we're not going to make it the whole way down, so hopefully FSG will be able to come back along and pick up from the other direction, but we should get a decent way down. 91% in the combine. The truck's already been emptied once, so we've got a decent amount of sunflowers on here, which has been good. We'll have to have a look at what the potential profit is off just this one field. Gives a good lead on how much we're going to make off the other three. FSG was saying as well that the max price is in August, so I'm not too far away from being able to sell them either and realise all that money out of them, which is great. So we'll get this all done, get as much as we can finished off, and then we're going to get unloaded into the combine, and then I think we're talking about getting into some seeding. Probably some canola. So whether we plant into all three of these fields, we could try and turn this one around quickly and get some canola in it as well, but we'll just see where we end up as the day continues. Right, the question is, will we be full before we get to where FSG is, or is this going to be one of those games of chicken where we can go for as long as we need to? We better let him know, because he looks like he's stopping. Argsy FSG.
There you go. Full.
I am full, yes. I'll let you finish that off.
Thank you, mate.
So we'll get the combine unloaded. While we're doing that, we will just get the header all folded up. Pretty impressed with these headers, actually. Impressed the fact that they mulch. I thought that was quite a nice little touch. I do seem to recall now, as we've been using them, that I might have used these before on Southern Cross Station many maps ago, but it has been a while since we gave them a run. So I think they've, like I said, done a great job. Just be cautious if you try and use them doing a contract. Let's move ourselves forward a little bit so FSG can unload behind us. The other thing, we're going to go and park these up obviously because we're going to go and do something else, but our fuel's getting well and truly down there, so we will go and give this a fuel up while I remember. Get that all filled up, and we should probably think about putting them in the workshop and just giving them a little tickle up, just to take that damage bar up to back up to full strength, so that we make sure we're not leaving any yield or affecting any performance there from that. So just a few little housekeeping maintenance things to do, which will just be another thing ticked off the list. So we're going to do that, get them parked up, and look at what we're going to do in these other fields. Alright, well, she's pretty thirsty. She's taking a lot of fuel there. I think FSG came and wandered over to see if we'd washed our harvester or not. He's got his one out, giving it a bit of a clean down, which is good. I'm impressed. I wasn't. Tell the truth, I'm going to bother this time around because we've still got a lot more sunflowers to go and cover, and we're not going to be putting them away in the shed. But I will pop around here, put it in the workshop, and see if we can just get these things repaired and fixed up on it. So I think there's a door just on the other side of where we have the cotton bales stored, which we can get into, and I'm pretty sure there's a maintenance trigger in there. So we'll go and try that, see if we can get them running just that little bit better. Alright, there we go. Now, I think we come in here somewhere and bring my menu up. See if there is a trigger somewhere. Let's try and find one. Oh, there was one there somewhere. Right for it. There we go. Workshop options. So, we can come in here and give it a service. So, we'll get it backed in. And just go through the repairs.
FS22 Args?
You go ahead, mate.
Where did you hide your combine?
I've just gone around into the workshop. I just noticed it needed the condition on it was getting down a little bit. So, just running a few repairs on it.
Oh, very good.
You didn't even know we had a workshop, did you?
No, but I did just wash my combine.
I did notice that. It was noted, and I must admit I wasn't going to bother doing mine, so brownie points to you.
Excellent. I like that. I did fill up as well with fuel, but I'm not going to repair it.
Fair enough,
Got a bit
yeah.
to go yet.
Alright, yeah, no, I gave mine a top up of diesel as well, so should be good for next time. Right, we'll get things packed up, and I guess we'll go over and do some planting.
Yep, let's do it. I can't take you seriously with that mustard.
That's the whole idea. You're not meant to take me seriously.
Yeah, that's a good point. Have we ever taken each other seriously?
Yeah, correct. Very much correct. We need to empty the truck out, don't we? It's still down in the field.
Yeah, go and tip that. I don't mind doing that if you want. Or...
Yeah, cool. I was just having a look to see how much sunflowers we got, but I'll wait and do that once we've got it all emptied out.
All right, I'll go and do that now.
Cool. And then what? We're going to plant some canola in these fields?
Yeah, I think we'll get these two fields done, shouldn't we, before the end of the episode?
Yeah, should do it easy. Right, I'll go and start pulling some tractors out and whatnot, and we'll get things set up.
Good stuff.
Well, there we go. Shoes on the other foot this week. My combine's dirty. FSG's is clean.
FS22 Args.
Yeah, go ahead, mate.
And both the challenges are over by the sheep still.
Yeah. Yes, that just occurred to me as well. So I might actually, I'll head
bring
over.
one over as soon as I'm done.
Yeah, okay. I might actually just quickly run around that field while we've got the cultivators there, then and do it. Shouldn't take two
Oh,
minutes.
that's a good call, actually. Yeah.
All right. You can come and grab the other one and start getting the planters set up if you like.
All right.
Yes, I was just about to say, I thought the challenges might have been somewhere else and we would have to go and get them, but there we go. We'll let FSG get that rest of those sunflowers dumped out. We'll see how much we've ended up with once we've finished, and it'll be a good guide on what we're going to get out of the other fields. But let's run over, go and rescue the Challenger, run around that field really quickly while we're there, and then we'll come and get set up here with these rather big air seeders and air carts and everything like that, and we'll get out into the field and get some canola planted. Alright, we made it over here. I'm just going to get this unfolded, put the other one there in the field. Hopefully FSG will be here to pick that up and take it away very, very soon. But get this one unfolded, and like I said, we're just going to race around this field. Shouldn't take us too long. These things, as we have seen on a number of occasions, are incredibly fast and incredibly efficient at covering the land, so it should only take a couple of minutes to get that done. In the meantime, there's plenty for FSG to do to keep himself busy. Seeders to set up. I'm probably going to have to actually find some seed, get some seed from over at the co-op and things like that, and make sure we've got everything we need to get planting. But anyhow, let's get this done really quickly, and we'll see when we're ready to start getting some canola in the ground. It's not often you get finished on a field and think you made an absolute meal of how you cultivated that, how you worked that field down. That was pretty embarrassing, I've got to admit. Did not do that very efficiently or very well at all. Would have been easier if I'd used some GPS. Obviously decided early on I wasn't going to bother. I thought, it's such a small field, we'll get around without having GPS on. But as it turns out, probably a bad decision to make. But we're done now, so we will head on over to the yard. Sure how FSG, I haven't heard from him. I'm assuming he's getting on alright with getting some seed and everything put into the planters. So we'll get over there and we'll be able to make a start on that. He did take his cultivator down that way when he came and collected it. I don't know whether he took it down to the other field or not, or whether he was we're just going out in front of every car possible there, or whether that's just the way he went back to the yard. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll get back this way. We'll go and find out and see what's he's been up to, and if we're ready to go on the planters yet. Well, I think that answers that question. There is FSG, looks like he's just finished his first headland pass there around the field getting that planted, so that's good. Managed to get everything topped up and ready to go, so hopefully he's done the same for us. Now, we'll just go and put this in around the corner. I hate to bring his one back here, so this went a different way back than I did. We're going to park it up over here where we have parked them both, and we're going to get hooked up to the air cart. Argsy at FSG.
Hello, Args.
You look like you've been a bit more productive than I was. I feel like that field took forever. Am I going to jump in the field you're in and do that together, or do you want me to start in the other one?
Entirely up to you, mate. Whatever you fancy. It's the GPS on this one is F15 seeders. It seemed to work, so I've used that one.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, up to you.
Yeah, no, alright, I'll load that up and come and get started in there with you. Get going. Alright, thank you. Alright, so we just need to find F15 seeders. That looks like that one there. Good. It's all set correctly for us. What are we on? Minus 16, so I'm just going to press the GPS button, head on in here, get things unfolded, and hopefully we're good to go. That gets lowered down, all unfolded. Even got canola selected for us too, so he's done a fantastic job getting everything all set up and ready for us. And he's running another headland over there too, which is just wonderful. Right. And there we go, that's the toolbar done. I'll get that turned on, lowered down as well. Should be good to go. Yeah, right. Make our way forward. Seeds starting to go down, which is good. Fertilizer is going down as well. So we're up and planting, which is fantastic. Now, obviously we've got the weeds in here at the moment. Hopefully they won't come back like that. Precision farming should see them grow back in that sort of patchier state, if and when they choose to. We haven't ploughed this field, so we're obviously not going to get any benefit from ploughing. It is just going in a cultivated state, so there's not much we can do about it. We'll just have to get in here with the sprayers when the time comes. But anyhow, I think it's time to jump into a little bit of planting montage, getting some canola in the ground here on Aussie Farms, starting off what will be the third crop rotation I think we've had in this field. So we've certainly, in the episodes we've done already, certainly gone through the fields and gone through the crops pretty darn quickly and efficiently. Another, shall we say, satisfied field, happy field. I'm going to say satisfied customer. We don't have any customers, this is just for us. But there we go. Canola planted in both these fields and already well on its way to becoming another good amount of cash for us. So I seem to recall when we sold the canola, was it only last week? We seem to make a decent amount off that. So it'll be good to have another round of this planted. I'm not sure how much more we're going to plant, whether we will extend down into some of the other fields or whether we'll just make do with this one. We could even conceivably put canola in the field we had the sunflowers in, and that could work out quite well for us. So we'll just wait and see what we do, but that'll be next week, because I think we're pretty much at the end of everything for today. So we'll head on over to the yard, go and find FSG, and see what the plan of attack is, and we'll formulate a plan for next time. I reckon I just found out a screenshot. You pressure washing some equipment.
Well, that's the combine and the seeder now. What's going on?
I don't know. You've rested up and come back a changed man.
Well, we'll see. Give it a couple
Yeah,
more weeks. I'm
that's
sure
right.
I'll revert to type.
Yeah, exactly. A job well done, FSG.
Yeah, we got through that quickly, didn't we? Those planters, when they're up and running, are pretty rapid.
Yeah, they certainly can cover some ground. I'm sure they'll go faster now that your one's clean as well.
Yeah, it was clogged up.
Yeah. Yep, no, very good. 125,000 litres of sunflowers off that field as well, so that's a decent amount of coin that'll come in at some stage.
Yeah, no, that was a nice little bonus, wasn't it? And like you said, that's just funding for the farm. We don't need to do anything with that, so nice little earner.
Yeah, it is, and we've still got all the other fields down the bottom to do, which might be something for next week.
That's right. Now, we did say we were going to jump over and have a look at the our little clothing factory and see how it was getting on, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Look?
Yeah, let's pop down there and see what's happened since we were last there.
Cool. Well, other than being incredibly noisy, it looks like we've got a few boxes of clothes there.
Yeah, it's we're certainly not messing around with that, are we? So we've had the wool and cotton have gone and made the fabric, and then we've got the fabric set up to distribute into the clothing production, and there we go. First boxes of merchandise coming out.
Yeah, just have a look at stock check and see how much we've got. So we have 9,366 litres of clothes, which is worth 65 grand at the moment. And that could go up to 96 grand if we sell it in November.
That's not to be sniffed at, is it? That's pretty impressive, considering how much of the wool and cotton's been processed to make that.
That's right, yeah. That's going to be a bit of a killer in terms of money, isn't it?
Well, we put 3 cotton bales in, which was 60,000 litres, and we've only used half of that and half of the wool, so...
Yep.
Yeah. I think we've found our...
Loads of money.
I think we've found our gold mine.
I think we have. Right. That seems like a very good point to knock it on the head for this week.
Indeed. Another fun one as always, and yeah, plenty more to do next week.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. No, busy time at the moment. Busy time.
It is. Jobs are lining up. Right, we have a good one. We'll,
yeah, you too, mate.
See you back at it again next week.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right. Catch you, mate. Bye.
Cheers, buddy. Bye.
Have a look at these. We've got our own branded boxes and everything. Aussie Farms Clothing Co. Making some Argsy Gaming and Farm Some Guy merchandise. So I'll have to have a look into these some stage. Rip into them and see exactly what has come out of the factory. But we'll save that for another week. For this week, that's the job's done. From the Farm Some Guy and myself, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Thank you all very much for watching. And we'll catch you in the next one.